Welcome to the maternity diary. Yeah. Welcome to the maternity diary. Your body has just done one of the most remarkable things on earth, that is to grow another human inside of you. But at the same time, your body has gone through so much trauma that it needs some time in order to recover. So today I will be taking you through some of the things to expect right after postpartum, and we are live. Yummy mummies and mummies to be, yummy daddies and daddies to be, welcome to the maternity diary once again. So the last time I posted a video on the postpartum signs, warning signs to look out for, and I had a few of you slide into my DM, and I don't mean DM, but like email. So I had some of you slide into my email asking that I do a video on the postpartum things to expect, like right after giving birth, the first few weeks, what you should expect. So this video is dedicated to those of you who sent me an email. Your postpartum recovery will not just take a few days, it's going to take some time, and it varies from one mother to another. There are some people that it will take just a few weeks, and probably even before 6 weeks postpartum is over. Some of them will probably have jumped into the activity of baby making again, and others it can take such a long time. Even there are people that it can take several months before they recover. So it's important that you try to steady yourself, get to know your body, and that will help you to know when you've actually recovered. So there's really no need to rush. Just take your time and take care of yourself first. So the very first thing to expect after postpartum is bleeding, abdominal bleeding. Like I said in the previous video, the bleeding is very normal. Like sometimes you can bleed up to 8 weeks, up to 6 weeks, even less. It depends on your body. Some people bleed just 2 weeks or 1 week and they are done, but there are other people that it can take a long time for them to stop bleeding. And what's most important is that you make sure, like I said in the other video, I'm going to do a lot of reference to the other video. So like I said in the warning sign video, that you should make sure that you are not soaking up the pad in an hour and have to change every hour, because that is a dangerous sign to see. So the next one is baby blues. You are excited and happy to have brought your baby home, but the next minute you become confused, sad, and sometimes you're wondering what is going on. And it's unfortunate because sometimes your partners do not even understand what is going on with you, because they expect that you should be happy, or maybe even your in-laws, your mother, they don't understand. They're like, you should be happy. Why do you look sad? Why do you look down? It's perfectly normal for you to have this in the first few days of postpartum. However, if it goes beyond 10 days, you know what to do. You need to call your health provider. It's important to mention that about 70 to 80% of women actually have attested to the fact that they feel sad after delivery for the first couple of weeks. So yeah, some people have attested to that, and so it's like I say, it's always important to know your body and then know what is normal about you and what is abnormal. Okay, the next one is abdominal pains. Abdominal pains is perfectly normal after delivery. Sometimes it's as if you are going through contractions again, and it is perfectly normal. You know, there are times when you're breastfeeding your newborn baby, and anytime you're breastfeeding the baby, you begin to have this abdominal pain. The reason is because there's a chemical that is produced while you're breastfeeding, and this chemical actually induces the contraction, like the shrinking of your uterus. So it's perfectly normal, but then whenever the pain becomes too sharp and prolonged, then you need to run to the emergency. Oh, the next one is postpartum hair loss. Postpartum hair loss. God, I'm going to show you up the screen how my hair was. How my hair was. Actually, you know what's funny is after I had my second baby, in fact, my hair was lustrous and beautiful, and so I have a picture just about a month or two after I delivered, and my hair was gorgeous, beautiful, healthy. And the next moment, my hair started falling apart. Oh gosh. And honestly, it's one of the worst experiences that mothers can have. I mean, it's not crazy, but sometimes your hair, you know, the beauty of a woman sometimes is in the crown of her head, you know what I mean? So yeah, it happens to a lot of women. I have a friend who had a baby. She had beautiful hair. I was always like braiding her hair for her, and right after delivering, she would be there, and then one chunk of hair would just fall, like a huge chunk of hair would fall, leaving a big patch. I mean, what is that? It's all the hormones, so you should expect that. And actually, that's why I ended up doing this permanent hairstyle, because I was tired of losing my hair. It was crazy. It was really crazy. And if it hasn't happened to you before, you'll never understand. It can actually take you into depression if you don't take care. And for me, I always made sure I had a wig to put on right after postpartum. So wigs have saved some of us greatly. We love you, wig. The next thing is, right after giving birth, you will still look pregnant. You look like you're still pregnant the day before. Your stomach will just be bulging, and it's perfectly normal. It takes a few weeks, sometimes months. Even in my case, it's taking me like a year to be able to bring down my stomach back to, it's not even up to what it was before, but I mean, I'm getting there. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Hemorrhoids and constipation. After you give birth, sometimes you can have severe constipation and hemorrhoids, and most of the time your doctor or nurse will prescribe some stool softness for you, and you're required to drink a lot of water. And for me, one of the things I feared the most right after giving birth was the fear of going to the loo. Like, to go to the loo to poop, I was so scared that I'll be like push it, and then there'll be a big slit. So I was always scared of that. But the stool softness are supposed to help you to pass your stool. So the very first stool is really scary. So guys, if your wife or your partner has just delivered, please realize that we are going through a lot that we cannot explain. So don't be quick to be like, what's your home? Yeah. Or, oh, you just gave birth, you're just you want to be pampered too much. No, it's not about that. Postpartum mood swings. This one, the mood swings, it's actually in relation to the baby blues, and it's crazy. Like, 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad, 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy, and it's not your fault if you're going through this. You just have to confide in someone that you trust, your family member, your friend, and yeah, just confide in them. That alone even takes away a lot of the stress or a lot of the things that are causing these mood swings. Okay, breast engorgement, sore nipples. Look, there are some mothers In fact, all mothers probably go through this, the breast engorgement, the sore nipples. And sometimes some people, the nipples are so sore that they cannot breastfeed their baby. It's super painful. Guys, you don't understand this, but it is super painful. And sometimes you hear people, sometimes even the mother-in-law or even the mother can be like, let's say if the lady is finding it so difficult to breastfeed because of the pain, and they will just be like, oh, just breastfeed, it's normal, you'll be fine, like it's fine, it's normal. But then you need to give more encouragement, because it's so painful that sometimes you're so scared to even put your nipples in the baby's mouth. Like, and at this time the baby doesn't have teeth, so imagine if the baby doesn't have teeth and it's super painful, so painful. There are some mothers that refuse to breastfeed after that happens because it's just so painful. And the breast engorgement, sometimes you can wake up in the night. For instance, if you breastfeed throughout the night and maybe you forget and you use one breast more than the other, you wake up and then one breast is like looking like this and the other is small. So if you have a sweet husband, he could be like, oh, you forgot the other breast last night, right? You know. Yeah, so it does happen, but the nipple sore it's real, and there are many ways that you can help to alleviate the pain. There are certain creams that you can use, but then mind you have to make sure that it's something that your doctor approves, because the nipples do go back into the baby's mouth, and you have to be careful that these things are not harmful to your baby when they ingest it. Oh, vaginal tears, perineum tears, and soreness.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Look, that has got to be one of the experiences that I honestly do not want to have again. And the pain is excruciating. When I had my first baby, I couldn't even sit for a long time. Like, if you're about to sit like this, the pain, and then if you're getting up, the pain, like the pain was crazy. And whenever you want to urinate, I'm telling you, the pain is a million times more when you are trying to urinate. So expect this and just brace yourself. There are many ways that you can help with the pain. You can use witch hazel in maybe cotton wool or a good cloth. Maybe you can put it in the fridge so that it cools, so you soak your cotton wool or cotton pad in witch hazel and put it in the fridge, and then you put it like in your panty, and trust me, it's going to make you feel so much better. Another thing to expect is skin changes. Sometimes some women would have a breakout, a lot of acne, pimples, and you don't understand why. Girl, I'm with you on this. Do not worry yourself trying to get the best creams and things to remove it, because it's mostly hormonal, and most of these creams are just on the surface and do not go they cannot do anything. So just wait and take care of yourself. Drink more water, take a lot of fruits, and it'll be better soon. Trust me, you'll feel better soon. Oh, the last but not the least thing to expect after postpartum to your body is lymph swelling. Usually in the armpit, you feel like a big lump. It's not a boil, but then you feel it's like a huge lump, and you can actually feel it in other places as well. It's perfectly normal. Do not feel like you need to break it, or it goes by itself with time, and it's mostly hormonal, so just leave it alone. Bath your warm water and give yourself a treat after you have your baby. Don't overstress yourself, and you'll feel better with time. It doesn't last forever. These discomforts, these things do not last forever, and you'll feel better soon. So I hope I was able to answer the questions that some of you asked me in my DM, and I hope this was very useful to you. And Please subscribe, guys, share with your friends and family. If you haven't shared any of my videos yet, I'm watching you. Please share it, show me some love. Okay, share, comment on this video. If I missed anything, just let me know. And if you think this was very insightful also, please let me know. Guys, I want to see you commenting. Those of you who didn't know some of these things happen, tell me what you were most surprised about, and I'll be super excited to read your comments and reply your comments. Trust me, some of your comments, all of your comments actually make me so happy. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, hit the notification button, and I love you. And until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful, and always remember that God loves you.